Hey, how's it going? Hang on. Apparently I'm supposed to breathe. That's like a thing. Is that a thing? Do humans breathe? I forget. Hello. There's Frostpunk happening. Presumably? I forget how this works. I forget how everything works. It's only been a week. But, you know. there's a lot of that. You know, a lot of dashing around, being very confused about everything on my end lately. Also, my phone died, so that in and of itself has thrown me into a strange philosophical chaos. One wonders, should I get a replacement for it? Or should I try to free myself from the shackles? I can't even get through that statement properly. The shackles of social media, is that what it is? I don't know. We can make anything into shackles we really want to these days. They're so fashionable. But, yes. Metaphor, words, how do they work? I don't know. I'm going to click on this before I start free jazzing into other areas that that are going to drive me even further mad. More advanced versions of buildings have made better insulations and are warmer. Yes, good. Having more than one workshop significantly boosts your research rate. Fulfilling a promise will make people hopeful. Just like in real life. I hear someone coughing. It's a little past 4:20 in the morning. A group of people may join the Londoners, as there's not a lot of hope. What's this now? The temperature will drop significantly in a few days. That's fabulous. Yes, let's make it even harder. Yeah, we're working on that. So folks are going to get in at some point with raw food. We've got an expedition a couple hours away. We've got an automaton a day and a third away. Ah! No! Stop it! Okay. I gotta figure out how to do the, I gotta figure out how to use the keyboard for this because this is getting ridiculous. Okay, look. Alright. Where's the freaking camera controls? Okay. Rotate is Q and E. Yeah, I think we're just going to do that because, good God. It's insane. Okay, 1 sick, 18 being treated. Lovely number of amputees there. And we're trying to make better. How's it going in the guard station? It's mostly the housing district that we're watching with the guard station. We're gonna need more steam hubs very soon. We only have 7 steel right now. I'm trying to remember what it was we were going to do next. Maybe. If I see what the name of the thing was. A new path. No idea what that means. Okay. And I went back and I watched some of what I was doing last week, and I can't remember what it was. Chilly. Even with heat. Okay. Okay. Alright. Bunkhouse is livable. The tents are still chilly. So I mean, it would be nice to actually replace those with houses anyway, just to get to that point, but then we're going to need more houses. And for that, again, we shall increase the number of steam hubs. The thing about it is, when the temperature drops again, what I'm wondering is if it's going to turn everything chilly. Because it probably will. And then where will we be? Freezing, probably. We have a steelworks here. 99,973 steel to go. And that'll be all we have in the world. We've got coal deposits that we can work on sometime soon. Alright. One idle engineer. What was it we wanted to work on next? I wonder. So we did the thing where we're keeping homes warm. This is the me trying to remember crap phase. There's a sawmill upgrade possibly coming once we have enough steel. More scouts. The ability to, we need to research more scouts. We could do that. I mean, getting housing for everybody would be great right now. Needs more steel. Everything needs more steel. I feel like that's going to be a big deal. So we're going to need to look into more scouts, a sawmill upgrade. More food huts? Maybe. Alright, it means we need more people to turn into hunters. That's the problem. Yeah. I think right now it's, even just researching more scouts is going to be like, why? However, what's our current tree intake? Nothing right now because they're out hunting. When the sawmill is functioning, I assume it is more than that. We have 1,400 trees left to grab. Presumably, when the hunters get back in a tiny bit, we'll be able to make that work. $17.3. Been away for 7 hours. Up to 17 raw food is what they shall return with. That's the other one? Yeah. I'm going to wait for 9 hours. So these will be back in 3 hours. Which is when we can reassign them. Yeah, I think we can get started on the, you know, it'd be nice if we could do this. We need to build up enough trees for it. Efficiency upgrade. That sounds exciting. We did more scouts. Okay, that's... We already have that. We just need the actual scouts. So, this is actually next. Okay. Let's figure that out. To actually do more scouts, we need 40 trees. Second scout team, we need 40 trees. And 5 workers. That's not that many. I can't draw a hand. Okay. So that'll be something. I need to get them back so we can have these trees and this food and this steam core, which will be very handy because I'm going to use it to build a thing that can bring us more food. Okay. I mean, I think that's it really. All I can do now is just wait for some of the hunters to get back and reassign them to a morning shift. It's either that or build more. Well, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna make a hothouse. I have to. Steam hubs are where? Realize I probably can't build one right now. There it is. Okay, that's tech. 20 steel. Okay. Just want to know what we're dealing with. So I can start putting more hubs out. Londoners gain more followers. That's awesome. Okay. That's beautiful. That's going to be great. It's going to be fabulous. Ah. Other cities have fallen, but not London. It's impossible. How are we going to survive? What should we do? I don't know. Let me try to get people to work in a minute. I'll send them to the steel mill first. Gonna have them coming back. And as soon as they're back, that is when we shall move some things. Scouts have reached the large convoy. Let's go ahead and see what it is. I always get distracted by these things, but that's okay. There's the automaton. This is a convoy carrying workers that got lost in a blizzard. They are weak and have no provisions. We should listen to their story and escort them to our city. Explore. They sought Winterhome. I have some. Okay, so I've got some good news and some bad news. The workers who were riding in this convoy told us they were heading for the city of Winterhome. We were supposed to follow the signal from the beacon, but we couldn't pick it up, they said. We tried to follow a search pattern to find it, but we ran out of fuel. Escort the survivors to the city. That's 19 and 27. Okay. Send the survivors to the city. Leave the survivors to their fate. Let's escort the survivors to the city. It's time. Here's the automaton. Moving across the frozen wastes. It's going to take a little longer to get home. It's got about a day and 6 hours. Okay. Cool, cool. Our city. The name of our city is Our City. I just noticed that. We don't have a name. Alright. I will not be dissuaded. I must wait until they're back. Okay, food hut's closed. And grab those workers back. Steel! Actually, coal is really the first priority. I think we're okay, though. We have about a day's worth of coal, it says. Yeah, those workers are committed to that. That's good. Okay, steel and wood. When the other hunters come back, we will recommit them to the acquisition of wood, which shall be helpful. If I can... It's Q and E to rotate. There we go. Grg. And we got plenty of workers in the cookhouse. We have thoughts of setting up tents. It's insane, but we could. We have a watchtower covering a lot of area. We could build more bunkhouses back here. If it comes to it. We need to heat them. That's kind of the issue. So we could build those here, but, you know. Gotta be careful where we build these things. I want to build them still inside the heat zone. What is it you're looking for? This. Before we research anything else. Okay, they'll be back in like 19 hours with stuff.
Work time. Get back to work.
Back to work. There's supposed to be a morning assembly. Are you doing the morning assembly? Or have you already done the morning assembly? I don't know. Come on. And done. Okay. Let's see, where do we need to assign people? That's the hunter's hut. That's the steelworks. That's a frozen medical post. That's the sawmill. You get more workers in the sawmill. That'll help. somewhat. Just get more trees. Let's see. And I believe we've got most people we can cram in there. It's just some of them are sick. Yeah, sickness is still a problem. I gotta figure that out next. It's probably just a question of keeping everything warm. I'm a no-no. Okay. Yeah, that's all we got. We've got some raw food, not nearly enough. So as soon as we get back, as soon as these folks get back with this steam core, then I can start generating more raw food. With a hothouse. We've got 8 idle workers now. 1 idle engineer. It's a good question how we handle all that. Fighting arena. Yeah, we can't sign a new law yet, but just want to look at this again to make sure I know where we're going with things. How difficult is it to build a child shelter? 20 wood and 5 steel. We could do it. I need to put that somewhere warm. There's a lot that we need to do. Also, we need to figure out how to get enough coal coming in. Yeah. Since we have this problem of you see, purpose. We have this problem of these things happening. Foreman, what's this? Appointing a responsible foreman will make sure that people work as efficiently as possible. Cost 10 food rations. Ooh. It's a good idea. But it's going to be tricky. Don't want to get into guard stations just yet because I need hope right now, more hope than anything else at the moment. And right now that can best be achieved through child shelters and a public house. Child shelters first. Okay. Well, that tells me where we're headed next. At least I know hope's expensive, isn't it? Morning. Good morning, Anina. Yes, there's How can one purchase hope? I would like to buy the hope of these people. I've got like 20 of them wanting to go back to London now. It's not great. It's not looking good. I was wondering if there was something else I wanted to build in the meantime. Oh, that's right. I was working on before I was interrupted by my own thoughts. Maybe we're gonna want to do the hothouse next. Because that will help with food production. And we'll immediately use up the steam core that we have coming. But no, come back. We could do a second scouting team now, though. Ooh. I don't know if that would leave me with enough hunters at night is the only problem. But we have more people coming in, don't we? In 17 hours? It's tempting. It's very tempting. We're going to be a little understaffed if we do it now. But then if we do it now, then we can actually get some more, immediately get more time. Time is difficult. We can do it. All right. I had to. You have to understand. We have a new scout team. And I can now get them to search this bloody cave. I mean, the weather station looks like that's important. 1 day and 22 hours. That's going to be helpful, but I need someone to search this cave because it's been left undone. There was a wisp of smoke. 21 hours. Yeah, let's send them out. Scout Unit number 2 sent to Gloomy Cave. Alright. I had to. You understand. It needed to be done. I had to do it! Oh god! Let's see. Beacon's very cool. That's okay. Alright. So, that's good to know. We've got that happening. Yes, we now have only 2 lumber. So that'll, that means we can't, yeah, not yet. What I was thinking about was doing another coal thumper. That only costs 15 wood, so that we might try to do that. Of course, that would require more gathering posts, which is 15 wood, 5 steel apiece. Remember when we were gonna build a coal mine? I do remember when we were gonna do that. Requires a steam core to build a coal mine once you actually have the ability to make one. That's where the trouble comes in, you see. Need for all that. It's gonna go nuts. How many more people do we have coming in? We have 27 workers coming. And more engineers. 19 engineers. We need to build more housing, for goodness sake, too. Resources. Resources would be great right now. Okay. We'll have that also when they arrive. To an extent, we'll be able to build more houses with wood. We just need to actually get to the point where we have what we need. Thinking about moving these things further out. Because that's livable. Hunter's huts don't really need to be livable. Yeah, I'm considering tearing down some of these things and relocating them further out. What do you think about doing a party at Tiffany Burrell's house one shot? I need to look that over. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I need to see what. Yeah, I need to see what the kind of more the deal is, and see if it's something that is something that I can grasp. not the, it's not a type of thing that I see myself good at running, so I will need to look into it and see if it is the type of thing that we would want to recruit someone to run, or if it is the kind of thing that we would, I just have to sort of, I have to figure it out. I think there are cultural touchstones there that I am not familiar with, so I have to figure that out as well. And kind of see what that is and how we can handle that. But let me see here. What is he doing? Okay. So we've got. Do we have coal coming in? Yes, we do. Okay. That's back to happening. All right. They're on extended shifts because, of course, they are. Yeah, I'm thinking if I have the space to do so, the time and the space to do so, may free up some interior space and move some of these things out. Now, the thing being, I need to double check how much it takes to rebuild them before I start tearing them down. So what are we going to replace? A workshop and a hunter's hut. What's here? Cookhouse. Yeah, I might move the cookhouse out, possibly. You know, these tents I'm eventually, hopefully, going to replace with, I'm hopefully going to replace with bunkhouses. That's the whole point, is just replacing everything with bunkhouses. Stockpiles. We are only really stockpiling coal. Tiny bit of food rations. Medical post. Kind of torn on the medical posts because it's helpful if those are livable. Okay. So yeah, my thought is we'll probably want to move. Oh, we can't move the stockpiles; those are just going to be there. Okay. So it's going to be the workshop, this hunter's hut, possibly the cookhouse. Possibly the medical post, maybe. I need to find out if. Yeah, I know we gotta get more housing too. Okay, so to get another workshop is going to take 15 wood and 5 steel. And to do another hunter's hut will take 20 wood. Okay, tearing down the hunter's hut will give us 15 wood. So we'd have to wait for that to be 5 if we want to move that out first. If we want to move the workshop out first, then that'll be, which is actually, this is probably a good time while we don't have anything, any research going on. 12 wood, 14. So we just need one more wood and then we can do it. So let's do that. Let's just accumulate one more wood and then we'll move this workshop. 10% efficiency? Oh, going to rest after the hunt. Okay. Well, that explains it. No rest, only hunt. You thought you could rest? No. Only hunt. Alright. I'm going to take you out. Turn that off. I'm so scared doing this. Okay. Hang on. I'm going to go ahead and save the game. Moving stuff! It's like, this is a thing I can do now. Okay. I'm going to dismantle this workshop. I'm going to put it out here. This one's livable for now. Okay. And we're now going to replace it with this workshop, which looks very similar to the one that we just tore down. And we're out of wood. I am shocked. Okay. Getting that automaton is going to be cool. I don't know how many workers it can replace, but even if it's only replacing one worker, that's still something. Get back in. Very slowly the wood is trickling in. Wonder if I can make the automaton hunt. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Okay. Alright. Back to the maximum. Turn the heater on. It's now functioning. Yay. Okay. Let's see. We'll now have space. You know, the problem with moving this is that it's got patience in it. Now for the hunter's hut. It's just 20 wood, right? You would think I wrote it down and that I trust what I wrote down, but of course I don't. We'll get 15 wood. So I just need basically 3 more wood to gather, and then I can do that. And yeah. Let me see what the next thing is. As a reminder to myself, what the next thing I wanted to research was. If I wanted to do coal mining, we'll have to get it at 20 and 10. And then we have to figure out where another steam core is going to come from. I feel like we're going to have to set up... I feel like we're probably just going to have to set up another another thumper. Another coal thumper. So we might want to look where gathering posts are and kind of work around that. The generator range upgrade. Not going to help much when the temperature drops again, I'm guessing, but the power upgrade might be even better. So many things. Okay. Alright. Sawmill upgrade could come in handy. Too many things. Alright. Mostly it's just me figuring stuff out. Okay. What you doing? Gathering and yelling at yelling about things, are you? No, resting. You're going to work. You're going to work. Okay, now it's operating more efficiently. Because they're done hunting. I need to draw the hunters from somewhere else next time. Let's see. So, that being the case, let's pay attention to where I'm putting my shifts. Well, we now definitely have enough that we can tear this hut down and move it. I don't reckon it really matters too much where we move it, too. Because, again, it's just as long as it's, you know, I can put it by the graveyard. Wouldn't that be delightful? Also, thoughts once again come into my mind about building a second steel mill. Steel one. Yeah. It's 25 wood. We don't want to do it yet, but it's a thought. Okay. Just put it across the street from the other hunter's hut. I made an unpopular decision. That's one modifier from the last 24 hours. We've got a morning gathering going, 90 living near a watchtower guard station. That's good. Discontent. There's one emergency shift still going on. 100 living near a fighting arena, 2 overtime work. Yeah, that's... I could take the overtime down on the coal, possibly, but I don't really want to yet while that's our only source of coal. Bad food. Overcrowded medical facilities, lack of shelter. Yeah, lack of shelter is the thing we really gotta somehow whale into. Close the Iron Fist around the means of production. Yes! Yeah, so I'm gonna build the second hunter's hut, I think, over here. I'm gonna move the hunter's hut over here. So I can put it wherever I want. Do you hear me? Wherever I want. I'm wondering if this coal thumper is enough, it says, for 2 gathering posts. Is there like a maximum amount of coal that a gathering post can gather? Because one would assume so. I figured that out. One has thoughts about putting the another coal thumper over here. Okay, all right. One thing at a time. You take that. Dismantle that. Put a new one over here. I guess I could build a third hunter's hut, but I've got so many people coming. If I want to seriously employ them. Getting these refugees in. Congratulations! You're here. We have no housing for you. I kind of have to put it here, unless I want to put like way out here, which, you know, why not, you know? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It'll be more efficient for me to put it here, he tells himself. Okay. Get that going again. Good lord, it's actually getting time to activate these hunters' huts. We may starve to death shortly. Haha! So it's the end of some people's shifts. Not the end of your shifts. I don't like taking it from coal. Or from steel. But where else shall we get them from? Alright. You are closed. You're still gathering. Okay. They were so tired the night before. But we need food. You know, people coming to hang out in the arena. No one's fighting yet. It's gonna happen. What's happening now? Captain, some of our people are protesting against the lack of housing. Really? Last night was not the first they had to spend outside. They want you to see to their needs immediately. I don't care. Disperse them. Turn on the hose. I'll provide them with shelter right away. You have 1 day to provide shelter for 15 people. I'll provide them with proper housing. You have 1 day to provide housing better than a tent for 15 people. Which is a thought. I want to do it anyway, but it's 1 day. That's I don't think I can. I don't know if we have the resources for that. They are coming in, yeah, but will we have enough steel? I think that's the question. I mean, either way, right? If we just make the shelter promise, then like I can throw more tents down, I guess, on the inside. Which was the whole point of what I was doing. Yeah, I'll just do the shelter promise. We'll see how that goes. Because I actually, that was part of the plan. Let me actually, I can do some of that right now, actually. Just look at that, a clear area. Okay, so looking at this clear area, just so I remember how this works, right? If we want to do a tent, we could do, I think, 3 of them? Possibly only 2? Because I can't see. Because tents are 10 wood apiece. If we want to do bunkhouses, which was kind of a thing we were intending anyway. We don't have enough wood right now, but I think we could definitely do 3 of those. I wish I could see better whether the how much space each thing takes up, right? Because it looked to me for a little bit as though they take up. Let me check something really quick. Space for tent, bunkhouse. And people are arguing with each other. Size of a bunkhouse is 4x2. Size of a tent is also 4x2. They're the same. Gotcha. Okay. It's just that you also have to have steel to build the bunkhouse. Okay. I just wanted to make sure what I was doing. It is the tricky thing. I mean, I'd like to make sure, but you know what? Yeah, since we're gonna take a slight hit on the. We're gonna lose about 6 wood total. If we build 3 tents here, for now. I think that will make life easier ultimately, though. So let's do that. So we'll start on that right away. And we're going to have to replace them with bunkhouses to survive this, probably. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. And these folks you're going to get here in about 6.5 hours. This needs to be built so we can send them out to get food. This is great. Everyone's going to starve to death. Let's see. Yeah. Also, come to think of it, I should probably just build the rest of those tents before these people arrive, because if I possibly can, I can't. Damn it. This number is gonna go up. Okay. Now, where should we pull the workers from? And from, also probably from steel. There. There, get to work. Go hunt food. There is only the hunt. Oh boy. Okay. So we got that going on. If only we had one more tree. I could build another bunkhouse before this this is gonna go up. Oh, discontent's going down somehow. That's good. No one is fighting. A lot of people watching, nobody fight. I need to create a public house. Oh, wait, I can make a new law. Alright. Child shelters. Base eating level for those need to be 2. I'm going to sign this law, and then the children are all going to freeze to death that I put in there. Let's do it.
A new law has passed.
I think that'll help. Makes sense to me, but they should do some learning as well. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, it's better to keep the children out of harm's way. Brings the hope up some. You know, I'm just remembering that other law now, finally, that I wanted to look into. The care home. Because they eat only half as much. So we'll have to see how that goes. Also, I think it said base eating level 2 on that, so that I may have just screwed on the other thing. I may have just screwed myself by doing that instead of the. Child shelter. 20 wood, 5 steel. Ah! Scouts, unit number 1, have returned safely to the city. And now we have 19 more engineers, 27 more workers, 103 food rations, that's the important thing, a steam core, and 192 wood. Okay. That will be very helpful. And the scouts that have come back, I'm actually going to send back out. The house is currently closed, that's fine. Okay. We now have resources. We now have a second steam core we can use to build a thing. First off, with this influx of people, I'm going to go ahead and assign some of them. So that way, we should have what we need. Alright. Some of you will be engineers. Freezing to death. Definitely things I need to put there. Okay. Now... I want to put more shelter out here, but also building a child shelter is kind of important. But now I might actually be able to do it. Base heating level 2. Okay. So it's got its own... It's got its own thing. I think I need to put it, though, on the inside here. It's kind of important. Because that's the thing. What does it require? First of all, 20 wood and 5 steel. I mean, if we make this immediately, then it'll function. See, I would put it out here, but the thing is, I know that this storm is coming, and I think it's probably best if we put it here. That said, though, will that make it impossible to put? Is that about the same space as another? Why don't you put the tent down first, Jim? Okay, sure. I can do that. Now, will the child shelter fit there? It will. Okay. There. Those promises will be kept immediately, and I think will help a lot. We still need to house all of these people. It's a lot of people. Hey. While you're out there, I need you to go take a look at this weather station, why don't you? Nine hours and we have an automaton. Okay. Work. Okay. 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 So, I have to figure out what's next on the agenda. I mean, doing a cookhouse is not a terrible idea. I can almost read that. Mess hall, it says. Okay. There's so many things we could do now. Most notably, with a bit more steel, we could open up this, which I think would probably be a good idea. So we want to be careful about how low we dip here. Generator range upgrade, generator power upgrade. It's a thing we're gonna need. Question becomes, are we saving up steel for this research so that we can get a bunch of these things? So those might come in handy. Who knows? We have a decent amount of food right now, but that's going to change. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the best I can think to do at this point is to set up more... Try to set up more shelter, try to set up more steam hubs. Just kind of go from there. Get more coal going so we can eventually, like, make that. You know, broaden our range here. Ah! Okay. I think we're going to actually build a second steelworks. I think that's one thing we are definitely going to do here. Because I think that will help. And we have the... I think we have the people for it now. So, at least I think we do. They're engineers. Oh, great. Second steelworks and then put a steam hub. I think that might be a good idea. Of course, in order to do that, you must have 20 steel. Why do we do this to ourselves? Who knows? Let's get at that steel, shall we? What resources will it destroy? These trees? Some of the trees? I think that is true. We're not really getting at those trees, though. We need more steel. It's vital. Alright. I'll set you down here. And build a street right along here. There we go. And that will hopefully increase steel production. I have no idea if that's going to work or not, but I hope it does. All these folks now wondering, what about housing? That's an excellent question. We're going to try and figure that out. Shelter promise fulfilled. Everyone feels relieved with the roof, even the flapping one over their head. Hope rises. Excellent. Okay. Londoners gain more followers? You bastards! A handful of people may join the Londoners. Okay. Not as many as before. That's good. Other cities may have fallen, but not London. It's impossible. We aren't going to make it in this hole. We have to leave! We've got 12 days left. Okay. Try to convince them that we are the better option. I'm not sure I can convince them. We'll see. Scouts have reached the gloomy cave. Let's find out what's in there. This cave is or was inhabited. There are a number of footprints leading to the entrance. We should check if there's still someone alive up there. Survivors! Excellent. Let's hope we are not killing this team off. Well, that would be polar bears. You hear terrified shrieks coming from the cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn towards us, blocking the entrance. There are people trapped inside, and those beasts are picking them off one by one and feasting on them. Oh, God. I'm so glad these people are not carrying any resources. Leave the bears alone. The bears will kill the survivors, risk attacking the bears. People in the cave will live. Scouts will escort them to our city if they survive. Oh, good God. It's 4 children, 18 engineers, 12 workers. I mean, Poor bears. We had to help the survivors. When our scouts attacked the bears, the people in the cave joined them, and together they drove the beasts away. Unfortunately, the scouts died from their injuries. Well, we replaced them with more. With more people. The people they saved set out towards their city, guided by a map made by the scouts. Oh, great. Let's see how they do. This cave is a grisly scene. Bloody chunks of flesh and bones are strewn everywhere. The carcasses have been torn into unrecognizable shreds. It's impossible to tell human and animal remains apart. That's awesome. Well, that was that team's first assignment, too. They'll make it in a day and 3 hours. 34 survivors. You can send scouts to meet the survivors and escort them to our city safely. Okay. Well, can I send the automaton to do that? Ah. You know, the only people I can turn into scouts now are engineers. I need 40 trees and 5 workers to do that. I don't know if it's going to be possible. Because I have to pull the workers from somewhere. Like the second steel mill. I actually haven't got them working at yet. Yeah, there's a child shelter being built. There's a tent being built. This hope is going to take a serious hit when this happens in what, 2.5 days, maybe, a little over 2 days. That said, wow. Raw food just immediately evaporated. If I build this hothouse, that will get us where we want to go. As far as, will it? Will it? Only give us more food. We put the hothouse by the cookhouse. It's difficult even just putting it there. Yes. Okay. No. That is the closest we could put it. Wow, okay. We could put it out there. Which would not be terrible. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Of course, I'd have to have people working there as well. Child shelter is ready and children are safe inside. People can work without worrying that something will happen to their kids, which is good. Ah, hope has overtaken discontent. That's something. Steam cores. We have just used our first steam core. Steam cores are a necessary component in advancing technology. We can't manufacture steam cores in the city, so let's hope that our scouts find them during their expeditions. I see. Yep. That was definitely a thing.
Move! Time to get to work.
Time to get to work. Okay. At least this steel is gathering at 90% efficiency now. And then we'll see what we can do about that. Yeah, this one. We're just going to have to staff it with engineers. Yeah, these folks headed out. No, I can't pull anyone off of the... So the hothouse is here. Turn the heater on. We'll produce raw food. We put engineers in here. I have no idea what this does. Okay, they're growing stuff. It's chilly, but perhaps workable. Okay, good. Is this morning gathering? No, they're resting. Because I work them to the bone! To be honest. You're just gonna move furniture around your studio? Is that how this is going to happen? Well, I mean, you know, sometimes you have to. This is starting to look kind of like a city. This is cool. Okay, now, hey, you get people working here and probably getting sick. But now that steel production is coming, we have OSHA's Folly. That should be the name of the city, OSHA's Folly. That's really what we should call it. The city of OSHA's Folly. Oh my god. We have over 25 steel now. I'm doing it. I don't know if I should, but I'm going to. By God, I'm going to. I'm going to save the game first. Okay. This is good. No, this is great. Alright, here we go. Oh, that hurt. Okay. But I think it'll only help in the long run. Because now we're producing more food. Eating. Okay. This produces 3 food an hour. I have no idea how well that's going to work, but we'll see. This is good. This is good. We're getting, oh, crap. Oh, yay! This goes to show whenever it goes to black and I have no idea what's about to happen. Like, oh no, what have I done now? The automaton is here. Yay. The automatons can replace entire crews at most workplaces. They are produced in the factory and work 24 hours per day. I need to get a factory. Their initial efficiency is 60%, but it can be raised by researched upgrades. Okay. They replace entire crews. Oh, that's so good. Okay, an automaton recharges itself twice daily from the generator or a steam hub without interfering with its operation. So, who do I want to use it to replace? Oh, man. The possibilities. I think one of those things that require, I think anything that requires more than 10 crew. I don't think I have anything that requires more than 10 crew aside from the hunters' huts. Cost of one automaton: 100 steel, 100 wood, 50 coal, and 1 steam core. Good lord. Probably not going to be buying, going to be building any of those soon, but it's nice to have one. Automatons really are a marvel, aren't they? Automatons are mankind's greatest creation. Are automatons dangerous? No! Our first automaton is operational. This will help our economy greatly. Automatons replace manual labor crews. They work around the clock with short breaks to refuel the generator. We can research upgrades to raise our efficiency and capability. I see. Things blight. I didn't see what it said. Damn it! Oh, hey, how's it going, buddy? The Queen's Norwegian. And if we dismantle it, we get 100 steel, 100 wood, 50 coal, and a steam core. So that's something. So I'm going to have you... I think, let's see. The sawmill is entirely workers. We could put you there. The coal thumper is workers and engineers. So what do I want more badly? Trees or metal? I think that's really the question. Yes, this will only end in success. Trees or metal? I mean, it's either... I mean, coal is really going to be hysterically important soon, but at the same time, like, where do we put everything? So I could take off... I think I'm going to initially put them at the sawmill to get the rest of these trees more efficiently. And, yeah. Then ultimately we'll figure out what we need to do with the rest of this. We're getting in more steel well, that's good. Of course, right now they're at 90% efficiency, and if I replace them with a with an automaton, they will drop down to 60%. But, you know, I'll put him in the guard tower, that's it. Put them in the cookhouse. I could put the automaton in the cookhouse. Here is your lunch. I find that hysterical that I could put the automaton in the cookhouse. Or the hothouse. Can't send them hunting, unfortunately. Can't put them in the medical post. Alright. Yeah, I think honestly the greatest use of them... I could put them in the gathering post. What is their efficiency? Alright. If I put them generating coal 24/7, it's at 100% efficiency right now. I'm just playing games with it right now, basically. I'm gonna free up those engineers. I'm gonna do it for this for the trees. I don't know. It's no, we get more. Just want to replace those crews that are not as efficient right now. So, I can always move him to do other stuff if need be. Yeah. Yeah, okay. There we go. I'm gonna put you at the gathering post for now. Automaton. So that won't be terrible. But then also, having freed up some of those folks, I can now make another of these. Hey! One of them have already died on the way. You can send scouts to meet survivors and say, let's do that. That was really what we needed. Okay. Look at him work! Oh my god! That's terrifying! This gathering post is operating at 60% efficiency. That's the issue, right? But it freed up workers to do other stuff, so that's something. Okay. So looking forward, we want to try to get more coal in as soon as we can. So I want to set up more, and we're going to have 12 more workers coming in. I want to set up another coal thumper. Trouble is that I won't be able to staff the gathering posts. Necessarily. Not very efficiently. I'll be able to gather some. So much to do. Okay. Well, still it's probably good to make a start on it. So at the very least we'll have that set up.
End of shift.
And I don't actually have to move people around. This is the wonderful part. Londoners, prey on discontent if you are persuaded. A member of the Londoners is talking to a crowd. He's trying to scare as many possible into joining the exodus to London, but his visions of doom ring false in the ears of people who are content with the situation in our city. That's good. Let him speak. The number of Londoners will rise, and I can't do the other two because I'd have to have an active guard station or faith keepers. I don't have an active guard. I'm starting to think I should need another guard station. Well, crap. Guess we're letting him speak. Oh, boy. 'Cause I haven't done a guard post yet. I've got new laws I can open up, though. I can go to doing the care house. I have to build a care house. I have to. Oh, I've got to. It's not quite time yet. It's almost time. Child shelters. Oh, what did this open up? Medic apprentices, engineer apprentices. Tell us, tell us. Education is the key to our future. Let's teach our children medicine so they can help with the sick. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Children from child shelters will help at medical facilities, raising their efficiency. That's not bad. Engineer apprentices. Education is key to our future. Let's teach our children engineering so they can help with new designs. After introducing this law, another one can be found. Children from child shelters will help at workshops, speeding up research. I mean, research... I think we're going to need the medical apprentices more than we need the engineer apprentices right now. I'd love to have both, but yeah. We are getting to the point we might be able to afford the discontent hit if we get a guard station. Because then, you know, no protests. Disperse the crowd. Temptation. Temptation is great to get a guard station. Because then we can get a propaganda center and a prison and patrols. The foreman idea, it's nice for efficiency, but you know, we have to keep clicking on things to make this work. Keep forcing it in. I feel like our next step actually might be a care house. If it's properly heated, which is kind of an issue. I could build it by the hub that we have. That could work. Okay. So, that's in less than an hour. So next, I feel like actually it would probably be a good idea to get more steam hubs out, if at all possible. What do we have happening here? Coal is increasing, which is nice. Oh, you're idle now? Technical statistics, unable to work. Yeah. That's the only problem with putting it at a place like this. Yeah, I guess well, you know, the thing is the drop in efficiency is probably made up by the fact that they work 24/7. So that is the thing I was not thinking about. Yeah. Okay. So we need to be able to build things soon. Let's try putting him there. And then also, if we were to put steam hubs, 20 steel, that's the only problem. I could make 2 of them right now. I was thinking about putting one up here and one over here to keep them from getting sick while they are working. You know, it's just a thought. The whole not getting sick while working thing. I hear it's a popular idea. Of course, given the number of homeless we currently have, we need more than one of these, don't we? How many children do we have? 23. So it's... Let me see. That's an issue. Well, we've got this open again. To make dear leader look good? Yes. That's right! It's important. Meanwhile, we're going to make guard stations. No, we're not. We're thinking about it. I've been thinking about this for a while. How many gravely ill people do we currently have? None. That's the weird thing. It hasn't been, I mean, 16 being treated, we still have people getting treated. You know, if you build more houses for these people, they wouldn't even get this sick. That's a thought, right? People like having houses. 16 is too many. Try only 4. And we're going to have a lot going on shortly. And we can also add to all this so we're going to have a lot of bright new shiny things that are going to distract me. If I focus on production, then I am going to want another coal thumper. Which I put out on one of these roads. We need the people. We'll have some people soon. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what the whole point of that was. Okay. Just set them side by side. You see absolutely nothing wrong with that. And set one out here on this road. And just put a couple of gathering posts on the opposite side here. That would take another 30 people. That's the thing. We don't have the 30 people. we're gonna have 17 people. That we can use as workers. Well, we'll have engineers. We're gonna replace them with engineers. That's 30 people. Alright. Trying to overstock on coal so we can get to the next thing. By the next thing I mean this. Yeah, okay. What are you doing? I don't know. There. Going crazy, that's what I'm doing. See, sawmill is still working, so we're getting more trees as time goes on, which is great. I feel like building bunkhouses. That might actually be helpful right now. Anyone fighting? Martha Busby and Michael Slyfield are fighting. A fair number of spectators right now. Ah! Stop that. Now fighting Edward Bryan and Nicholas Parsons. Is he not fighting? You're supposed to be fighting. Damn you. Are you actually part... This is the strange thing. These people are supposed to be there, and they're not. They're all over the place. How very odd. They're co-located. Alright. Let's see. We need to reduce the number of Londoners soon if we somehow can do that. We'll be bringing this next coal thumper online, and that'll help with when we try to make the rest of this work. What was that? You hear things, and then nothing happens. Discontent just went down. That's something. Okay. So if we want to build more housing out here, which we could conceivably do, I don't know why I'm suddenly obsessed with building more housing. Perhaps because we have more people coming. Ah, more discontent. Because of overtime work. And it's going back down. Look at your yarder. No, we must shelter them. It's the only way. Ah. Nah. Writing on the wall. Let's go back. Oh, great. Captain, someone has defaced the walls with predictions of doom for our city. This is troubling. People already fear will share Winterhelm's fate, and scared minds are swayed by even the smallest nudges. Send watchmen to remove it. Hope will fall slightly. Ignore it. Hope will fall. Here, let's send watchmen to remove it. Good God. Alright. Alright, you people. You know what? I think I was going to do something nice, but I don't know now. Now I feel as though perhaps I should build guard stations. Actually, I probably should build a guard station soon. But I will do this first. Since that will require very little in the way of resources. Let kids be medical apprentices. There.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Good, let the kids learn. We need more skillful medics. Scout unit number 3, because number 2 died, have returned safely to the city. You can disband the scouts at the beacon or send them back out into Frostland. Yes. Okay. And we've got 3 more children, 12 more workers, 17 more engineers. There we go. Okay. Just in time for houses to be built. Good God. All right. Okay. So we're going to have more coal very soon, hopefully. That'll help a lot. Automaton. I'm going to refuel. Londoners can't... God damn it. How far into the game am I now? Well... I've got another cold front coming that's going to be awesome. It's we're like at day 19. We got another cold front coming on day 21. And we have we've got so many things happening. Need 20 steel per steam hub. Okay, when I get that, I may go ahead and actually build one to just put by the steel mills so that they won't freeze to death, and then maybe some out here at these other places so they won't freeze to death. Yeah. 34 Londoners. It's not pretty. We do not have the resources, though. That's the thing. We're not going to make it to this hole. We have to leave. Other cities may have fallen, but not London. It's impossible. It's impossible. There's an expansion that I think takes place in or near London that came out recently, and I'm actually kind of curious about how that one works. But we shall see. We now have people running. What? No, they're just going to rest. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Oh, wait. Scouts. Do we have more stuff we can do? Not yet. Because we've got those folks heading out to that weather station. I could disband them for now and just put them to work doing other stuff. But the problem with disbanding them, I am realizing, is that when I want to start them back up again, if I do, that will cost like another 40 trees. It will give us back 40 trees. Oh, okay. So I do get it back. So that's not so problematic. Alright. Okay, I'll disband these guys. Since right now we just have the one party out there. Yeah. Let me turn the heat on there. At least make that work. The sawmill no longer requires heat. It has an automaton. Drafting machines research. You can now research Tier 2 technologies. Excellent. Well, let's find out. It's actually going to be about time for me to head off shortly, but I want to see what we now have access to. And then mechanical calculations will cost 100 wood and 50 steel. So let me start back at the beginning here. So, Steam Hub range upgrade, which 30 wood, 20 steel. Heat zones around steam hubs can be extended 50% farther, which is interesting. It'll probably cost twice as much coal, I'm guessing. Not nearly as much coal as the steam core does, though, I'm guessing. Generator power upgrade. Will be needed to get to overdrive couplings and generator efficiency upgrades. Man, that's something we really need to look into. Generator range upgrade. Also something we need to look into. Actually, yeah. We're going to need both of these very soon. So I may just move everything toward that. Improved heaters. Improved heaters raise the temperature of workplaces by 2 levels. Consumes 2 coal per hour while running, so it does increase the the amount of coal you need. But by sheer coincidence, I've increased the amount of coal that we're producing. So that's that might have even been on purpose. Let's see. In exploration and industry, outpost depot. Ooh, I hear outposts are good. Allows us to assemble an outpost team, send it to establish a permanent resource outpost far away from the city, and maintains a connection with it. I have heard those are good. Lighter scout sleds. Scouts will move 50% faster. Oh, that's going to be very helpful. Oh, cool. Hill State University. Awesome. Yeah, that's I know very little about that one, actually. I'm playing in it, so that'll be fun. Factory. That's referring to something. Someone in the chat just signed up for a thing that we're doing later, which I'll talk about in a little bit, probably. Factory. A plant where automatons and other highly advanced devices can be produced will require a steam core. But, I mean, that... I think this is what I need to build to get things like better prosthetics for people, so that they can start working again. Because we've got quite a few amputees at this point. Streamlined prosthetics, that's on the next line. So I assume that there are basic... I'm getting these weird flashes across the screen now, and curious what those are. But anyway. Yeah, I think they're frostbite amputees probably. Gathering post installation. That will be very helpful. If we can do that. I'm just going to start writing these down now. I need to use the other side of this form. Steam coal thumper. By pumping high-pressure steam into the underground coal deposit, steam coal thumper from the previous resource, forming a pile of up to 1,120 coal per standard workday. Enough for 4 gathering posts. If only I had thought about that before building this coal thumper. Oh well. Coal mining, charcoal kiln, sawmill upgrade, which we still need to think about. Steam sawmill. Processes frozen trees faster, supplying up to 120 wood per standard workday. We've been actually not bad with the wood production since we put the automaton on it, but we'll see how it goes. Wall drill, of course, is the ultimate thing, which will require a steam core. Steam steelworks. Yeah, that's the thing. Is more steel. It's an upgrade, though. It's an upgrade. I could do that. So these are things that I'm thinking about. That's good. Food and shelter, though. That's important. Wait for it. So hothouse insulation. That's important. I'm actually going to write that down. That's definitely a thing. Hunting tactics. Hunters will employ fewer people. Oh my god. That'll come in very handy, actually. That just bumped it up in priority. Freeing up 5 workers, freeing up right now 10 workers. It's going to be very helpful. Definitely think I want to look into that. Flying hunters. I mean, flying hunters, man. A hunter's hangar. Hunters based here hunt every night, venturing beyond the city to track their prey from the air. They provide up to 30 raw food per day. The temptation for that is great. Flying hunters. Healthcare insulation. Medical posts, infirmaries, and houses of healing and care houses will be warmer. Which is something else we need. So again, that's 30 and 20. These are all 30 and 20. And infirmary, which was also an important step. But requires a steam core. A steam-heated infirmary with 10 beds, the sick are treated faster than a medical post, and the gravely ill can be treated safely and reliably, which is very important. And cookhouse insulation, which would be nice. It's again 30 and 20. Okay. Yeah. There's a lot to decide. I'm just writing a couple more of these down that I didn't write down as I was going through it because, I want to be able to figure it out. The Outpost Depot is definitely a thing we want to look at. I don't know yet exactly what the deal is going to be. All of these things, though. We're going to need, like, immediately. So, this is the question then, really. how we're doing this is the question. Because there's a lot. There's so many things we're going to need to do immediately. We need to do everything immediately, which means we can't do it all immediately. So, we can improve the heaters, or we can start going bit by bit and improving the insulation. It's going to be necessary for pretty much everything. Or I can do that thing where I can boost the power for a while. And the range of the steam core. There's a lot going on. Yeah, so improving the steam core I think should come first, because it will it'll buy us the time we need to get the rest of this research done, I think. So I think that's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to save one more time before I do that. Okay. So many things I want to do with this. Yeah. Okay. That research has begun. And I think that is probably where we're going to have to leave things for now, because we're well afternoon. I want to see what happens when we reach this weather station. I've got 12 hours left. I have to keep those homes livable, which is great, because this will come. The temperature drops after those 12 hours are over, so that'll be a thing. There's a lot going on here, and we'll have to see how things do. More automatons would be nice, wouldn't they? They would. Okay. Well, I just saved the game. But that was before making that decision. I don't know what to call this. I don't know anything about what you want. Oh, well, that's alright. Yes, Steam. Okay. OSHA's Folly. I already called it OSHA's Folly. I already had one. I already called the save game OSHA's Folly. I can't do more than one. They will. The computer will not allow it. OSHA's Folly 2, the sequel. Alright. I don't know if it probably saves automatically when I do this, but just in case, because I am paranoid, I save it as well. Okay. Alright, back to me. Hi. Well, thank you very much for watching. It is very much appreciated. This was quite fun. seeing the reactions in chat coming up today. And so what do we have happening? I'm going to be looking forward to getting back to this and seeing more people possibly freeze to death or leave, because got to deal with the Londoners somehow. But today at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have we have the continuance. We have our Invisible Sun campaign, the Edge of Paradox, going on, and then tomorrow morning I might be doing more computer gamery, possibly. We'll see if we're starting up a new game or not. Again, that always has to do with what do I have done. That's basically what it comes down to. And if I have to get more stuff done, then that's where the time comes out of. But tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, we have a one-shot of Flat Pack, which is a hopeful post-apocalyptic game, where people are trying to fix the future. Imagine having hope after the apocalypse. So we'll be taking a stab at that. And then that evening, tomorrow evening, Sunday evenings, we have our Dark Matter campaign, which I'm very excited for. And then what else is happening? It's basically Ghosts of Saltmarsh in Space is what we're doing on that. On Tuesday afternoon, we're going to have the premiere of Alas Vegas, which is a sort of a surreal round-robin RPG, the way it's normally done. We're still working out exactly how we're going to do it, but it's going to be kind of apparently an interesting hell ride, I think, is perhaps one way to describe it. There's a lot of tarot imagery sort of smashed together with Las Vegas, and a lot of despair and pain, and I can't wait. And then of course Wednesday nights we have our regular Masks campaign, Doctropolis, Rebels with a Cause, where we get to play young angst-ridden superheroes. We're getting ready to possibly fight a sort of a boss villain. We'll have to see. And then, let's see, that brings us back around to Saturday mornings, and hopefully more of this. So we will look forward to that. In the meantime, folks, take care, and I will see you all of a sudden.